Tips to build influencer marketing campaigns in 2019 and 2020. Influencer marketing is one of the most effective strategies that you can implement into your overall social media marketing plan. People buy from whom they trust, and influencers have large audiences that trust them like they were best friends. Influencer marketing doesn't have to be complicated, and in this lesson, we're going to give you some tips to build your own influencer marketing campaigns the easy way in 2019 and 2020. Identify the right type of influencers for your business. Contrary to popular belief, audience size is not the only attribute to look for in an influencer. There are several types of influencers. For instance, there are micro-influencers or influencers with audiences below 10,000 people, who are best fit for businesses targeting very niche audiences. There are celebrities, which reach millions of people. There are video bloggers, journalists, authority influencers, athletes, musicians, photographers, models, and entrepreneurs. Choosing the right type of influencer will help you to better represent your brand or business. Find out how they perform. Once you identify the right type of influencer to promote your brand or business, you have to find out how they perform. Things you have to find out about an influencer before you consider working with him or her include: how engaged is his or her audience? A true influencer has a very close relationship with its audience, to the point of influencing their purchasing decisions. To find out, monitor how often they share content, how often they comment on publications, and how willing are they to share the influencer's content with others. What type of people are in the audience? Ideally, you should approach influencers whose audience is very similar to your target audience. What type of content and topics do they cover in their social channels? It is important that you approach influencers that cover topics that are relevant to your target audience. Approach them correctly. You can start approaching influencers you'd like to work with after identifying them. There are two ways to approach influencers. You can reach out to them directly through their preferred contact methods. They usually specify a contact method in their profile descriptions and bios. You can slowly build a relationship with them by following them and interacting with them first. That way, they'll become familiar with your brand before you approach them with a work offer. Whichever method you use to approach an influencer, tell them that you'll be following their content, that you like it, and that you think they are the perfect face to represent your brand. Ask them if they'd like to collaborate with you. Be clear about your objectives and ask for input. Once an influencer tells you that they'd be willing to collaborate with your brand, let them know about your objectives. Tell them how you'd like your brand to be represented and communicate your plans. But also ask him or her for input. True influencers know their audiences very well, so your best bet is to ask them how they would adjust your requirements to the way they actually work. Let them know that you're willing to give them entire creative freedom. Track and optimize your influencer campaigns. Always track a campaign's performance right after the influencer gets started representing your brand. Take note of what's working and what isn't. Always ask for the influencer's input. Boost influencer posts that perform better than others.